The exciting bit about Lulu is the people who are in fact driving Lulu's growth are exactly the people who were underserved by the traditional publishing services, in that they didn't have bestsellers. They weren't going to sell 1 million of their books, but in their field, their book was extremely valuable. So today we now have 1.5 million registered users. We have a library, or a catalog, to use the publishing term, of over 500,000 published works available on Lulu. And our authors will sell to their readers well over 2.5 million books this year that will be printed on average at slightly over 1 at a time. So our average print run on a book is 1.5 books, and meaning that most of our books sell 1 at a time, and a few books sell 5 or 10 at a time. Chris Anderson, the author of The Long Tail, included Lulu in his book, the book version of his story. The concept of The Long Tail being that on the internet, you no longer just have bestsellers. You don't have just the Pirates of the Caribbean. You have all of those other movies that you've ever heard of. In some, each of the movies don't sell very much, but in total, they sell more than the bestsellers will sell this year. And that's what Lulu is, only Lulu is somewhat unique in the sense that the concept of The Long Tail is something was a bestseller, Gone with the Wind in 1930, but is still selling today, albeit in much smaller volumes. On Lulu, we have long tail content that has no head. So we will sell 2.5 million books, but the average book will only sell a few hundred copies a year, because these are bestsellers in very small niche categories. We do everything on a digital print-on-demand basis. So we don't actually print your book until you have a customer for it. So when you publish your bestseller on Lulu and your mother comes to buy your bestseller, because of course we all have a customer for our book, your mother will get a reasonably priced book, you will make money, and Lulu makes money on a single copy of your book. And as I say, we'll sell 2.5 million of them, 1.5 million registered users. To date, 500,000 published books, well over 1 million by the end of the year.
You've seen the advice, now it's time to take action. Join us to discuss this advice, search for more expert advice, or tell us about your biggest problems in business.